All right, so this is part two of the setting intentions from episode one. Episode one, as well as probably episode number 100, is a test of what I'm trying to do here, which we're all trying to figure that out, which is why we're here on the Puzzle Pieces podcast. Puzzle pieces means throughout life, you're going to get pieces to a puzzle that you've been trying to create. And in the creation of this puzzle, you are going to need to know how and where to set the pieces to create the picture that you want to create. Now, what I'm trying to put out of my head right now, what we all really need to put out of our head is what other people think. Uh, and this is something just like fear that continues to uh, be laden within our lives or interwoven within our lives that you are going to have to constantly fight. It's nothing that, oh, there's an end all be all solution where, and this is my experience. It may not be for everyone, but this is for my experience, meaning you're going to constantly have to go against fear. Each time, when, especially in these puzzle pieces that you receive, when you're trying to put them together, you're going to experience what I'm experiencing right now. What is such and such going to think? Oh, they're watching my podcast snickering right now. You imagine in their face. And those are the wrong things to think about when you are trying to achieve anything. Uh, uh, I like my mom's definition of success, and she says success is whatever you say it is. You know, we are gonna reach Elon status, or we are gonna reach. Bill Gates used to be the marker for my generation. You know, we are gonna reach the status. More than likely not. You know, but there's no reason to not shoot for it if that's what you want to do. The problem I find is because the mark might be so high so far, people like, you know what, I'm not even going to try. So then it makes you say, okay, what does success look like in my life? Excuse me. What does, and I'm writing this down as I talk to you. So just like my last video, and you hear me say, it's important. You don't have to do it for my podcast, but in general, you are going to need some type of record. You're going to need some type of record. These days, people are like, I don't like buzzwords, but they want to use the word receipt. You need some receipts. You know, what did you learn today? What did you gain from today? What did you learn last week? These are the things you need to think about when it comes to the puzzle pieces that you receive. What's a puzzle piece? Okay, I thought about this earlier today. When I was in the military, I had, of course, a car, an auto loan, and I had some pretty high interest on it. I want to say it was 29% at that particular time. Yeah. It's coming to me now. Um, and I ran into this corporal, and he tells me he was trying to sell me his car, and I'm like, well, man, I can't, I don't have that kind of money. And he's like, no, what you do is you refinance your auto loan. Now that's a whole nother topic, whole nother conversation. I'm sure it's enough out there for you to learn that what we're talking about is intentions and what puzzle pieces are, puzzle pieces of our life that we can use, that we're trying to use to construct what? Success. Okay, so uh, he said you can refinance your car for better terms. I'm like, what? I can get a lower payment? He's like, yeah. That was a puzzle piece, something that stuck with me that ended up going from cars to real estate, refinancing. But anyways, okay, where were we? My mind goes blank sometimes. But okay, so setting intention. Uh, Here's something very important. If you do not set intentions for your life, you're going to get lost. And what I mean by that is, and I heard this somewhere, it wasn't me, but I heard this somewhere. It says, your brain is very powerful. It is like a missile, yet without guidance, it's just a misguided missile. So you're going to be basically causing destruction at any and all areas of your life or somebody else's life if you do not learn to direct and control the missile that's been given to you between your 2 ears, I mean, we're not going to really get into the AI and why, they've created the missile for you, because we don't want to use the one that we were given by God himself. So anyways, back to what we were talking about, setting intentions. I have to, this is a part of it. You see how I keep coming back to, okay, what are we doing here? Setting what? Intentions for what? Success. Whatever that success might be. That success could be, okay, and these are some of the smaller ones. We're not talking about the validity of the success, but I want a new car. I want to finish school. I don't know. I want to get married. I want to get rich. I want a new house. I mean, I want whatever it is you want. And what's a want and a need, that's another conversation. Let me see. I want to keep my streams between 5 and 10 minutes. So we got 4 minutes left to get this down. Okay. So let's go over some key takeaways today. Key takeaways today are number one, let me write this down. Number one, self-talk. This one is very important because I was watching something on the TV the other night where now apparently talking out loud does this and it does that for your brain and yada, yada, yada. Whereas people like myself and others have been, you get called crazy or get outcasted simply because you speak out loud, Now, you want to be psychologists or your real psychologists tell you, yeah, and I know y'all see that board in the back, and I started to erase it, but hey, I decided I'll leave it there just for proof's sake, Anyways, going back to what we was talking about here, self-talk. Self-talk is going to help you reorganize the scattered thoughts. Earlier, we discussed that we have scattered thoughts. Our thoughts are everywhere, places they shouldn't be at times. And it's going to happen. Your job is to organize, file, and direct those thoughts so that it makes the best outcome in your life. Is it always going to work? No, nothing does. But it'll work when you need it to. All right, so number one was self-talk. Number two, we have our record. Record things. It doesn't have to be, this, of course. It could be, I like the recordation using paper and pencil. We'll get into it into another lesson. Like I said, I want to keep these very short for you so we can stick to the point. Record things, meaning your needs, your wants, your goals, your aspirations, so you constantly know what you're doing. That's number three right there. Ask yourself every day, and don't make this any kind of ritual or practice where every day in the mirror I'm going to say 3 times, what am I doing until blah, 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 and put it in my pillow. We'll get on that another day as well. I hope we got plenty of time. Lord willing, I have plenty of time to do this, but it says, what am I doing? So the same way I kept in, these episodes saying to you, okay, what were we talking about? Setting intentions. That's the same as me saying, what am I doing? Every day or whenever you feel yourself losing grip on reality or losing grip on what you're doing or becoming stagnant, you need to ask yourself, okay, what am I doing? And what I didn't have in here, what we have not talked about, what we will, is taking a break. When to take a break would be the best question, But take a break. We'll come back to that. And last but not least, let's do number 5. We don't want too many takeaways here. And that would be, well, really, that's it. I'm not going to add to it, and we're not going to take away from it. So today's lesson, we have 4 key takeaways. 1, self-talk. Talk out loud. You don't have to do it in public, but at home, do it. Figure it out. It helps ease the mind, and it helps you direct, okay, this is what I'm doing. So that way you know which way to go. It's just like before you're going to get in the car. You're hungry, but you're going to sit at the house as long as you're hungry. But until you decide what you want, You're not getting in the ride and going anywhere. And if you do, you're going to ride around in circles until you finally figure that out. Second, record. Uh, Records are important. Number three, what am I doing? Ask yourself this on a daily basis. You don't have to remember to ask yourself this. Just do it when you think about it. Ask yourself, okay, what am I doing? And number four, take a break. I like this old guy here recently. He told me, he said, yeah, man, you're doing something that's not working. Just take your break, set it down right where it's at, and then come back to it. And you come back to it with a fresh mind. And that goes back into what we were talking about when we say take a break. Meaning the break could be one day, it could be a few days. That's a lesson in and of itself, cutting the phone off. I mean, we have a lot to cover here. Hopefully I'm just getting started. I don't know. I don't want these people watching me. And I'm scratching myself on stream. Stream. Look at this. Look at this ghetto mess. Now I want to say scream on the screen. Yeah, on the stream. Stream. All right, take care, people. Bye. Yeah.